It is 10 to 11, October 25th, and I am spontaneously driving down to California to pick up a cat. I, for some reason, just felt the call when I saw this cat online. It's a senior kitty, and I thought, oh, that poor baby. You know, I always feel empathy when I see these animals, but there's a different kind of intuitive nudge when you have one that speaks to you, and that's what happened here. So I got up early this morning at like 2 a.m. and was on the road by 4 a.m. and I'm halfway there. Oh, it's a long drive, but I figured why not document a little bit of the process. I'm almost to California. I'm like right at the Oregon border, and hopefully I'm going to have a new best friend soon. Okay, so it's the next day. I went to the shelter. I met the kitty, and the kitty has some behavioral issues. There's not a lot of history. I just know that they are 14 and they were surrendered by the owner. I'm guessing maybe there was some sort of death in the family or maybe an illness. I don't know. They said that the cat is healthy, but who knows if they're being honest. When I emailed about the cat, I was asking, are they good with other cats? What's the personality? Like, can you give me anything? And they said they didn't have any information. And then as soon as I get there, somebody's like, are you sure that's the one you want? Like, have you heard about their temperament? And I was frustrated. I'm like, why didn't anybody tell me? Like, I don't know if I would have driven 700 plus miles to go see this cat. But at the same time, intuitively, I know that I've had the nudges. I just felt like heartbroken when I kept seeing the image, and it wasn't a particularly sad one. It was like a more of a intuitive vibe of this cat is heartbroken, and I just thought this cat shouldn't be in a shelter at that age, you know. And I don't know why, but like on more than one occasion I saw the cat and it like spoke to me. I didn't realize it was the same cat, mind you. I just saw two separate images, and I'm like, oh, okay, that this cat is speaking to me for a reason. So I'm going back today, and I'm gonna spend a little time to see if he responds to me better. You know, he hissed at the door when it was opened, but he didn't hiss at me specifically. He hissed at the lady who opened it, and she gave me like a back scratcher and let me spend like maybe 15 minutes with him, and he didn't hiss at me. He was calm, but he was also like sleepy. So it was like later in the day, and it was his nap time, and it was clear that he didn't want to be bothered. But, you know, he let me with the scratcher. So I'm going to see if we can, maybe do some more with him and see how he responds to me today, and see, is he responsive to my energy today? I'm just afraid that given his age, and the lady I saw said, I'm surprised he's even adoptable. That makes me think like I might have got that feeling because this cat just has needs time to open up, and given his age and, that energy, that he might not get it. So that being said, if not Cookie, I'm probably gonna, I'm sure I'll bring another senior cat home. There were a couple there that were really cute. But I didn't get a vibe about any of the other ones. So we'll see if I'm a crazy lady. This might be the adventures of Cookie. Is he gonna just be a sweet little cookie, or is he gonna be a cookie monster? And so we're gonna find that out, and hopefully I have a new friend, and that it goes well. So wish me luck, and we'll see what happens later. Okay, so I went back to the shelter today to pet Cookie, and Cookie didn't really respond to me. I noticed he hadn't been eating in his cage. I tried petting him with the scratcher, and he let me do it first thing. And so I reached my hand in there to see if I would get scratched or hissed at or bit, and he just let me pet him. We are petting Cookie. I don't know if you can see. Good boy, Cookie. I'm so sorry. Oh, you sweet guy. Yeah, you're just scared and sad, huh? Oh, honey. You're coming with me, baby. You want to come home with me, Cookie? want to come home with me? Will you eat? Will you eat? You're just so sad. Oh, Cookie, you deserve to be out of here. You poor thing. I think he's just really depressed. So as soon as I touched him, I knew. I said, this is my cat. I need to get this cat out of here. I just remember feeling like he was heartbroken. That was the feeling I kept getting when I saw the images of him. Even though the pictures were not super sad animal pictures, I just got that intuitive instinct. So I said, yeah, I'm gonna get Cookie. And when we were talking, they're like, all right, let me go get you more information on this cat. Keep in mind, I'd asked for information and like they just wouldn't give me all the information. But finally, when I'm actually adopting him, they said he was an owner surrender, and that they had told me. But they said that she couldn't take care of him anymore. And I said, well, what does that mean? And apparently his owner went into a nursing home. And that was like the vibe I got, is that this old cat was just so sad that their owner, that they were there, and they were old. And apparently too, he had a litter friend that came in with him, and that cat got adopted like 2 days ago, but they didn't adopt Cookie. So now Cookie is, sad and not eating. So when I was talking to one of the people who was cleaning, she said that Cookie, was really nervous in there, and he didn't like to use the litter box if anybody was around him. He didn't like to eat if anybody was around him. So he was just really he was a scared boy in there. What does this mean for our relationship? I don't know. I know that Cookie trusts my energy. He trusts that, I'm kind. He hasn't seen Hyper Melissa yet, but that's okay. He has seen that I try to go at his pace, that I try to be gentle, and that I'm trying to be good to him, and I think he recognizes that. I just hope that he can come out of his shell and learn to love and be happy and enjoy his golden years, because I just think of my cat Merlin. He was such a good boy, and he I'm imagining him, I think he was like 15 to 17, somewhere in that range when he died. His age was a little ambiguous when I got him. They just knew that he was a year-ish, right? He was like maybe 1 or 2 or 3 even. So put that in that range. I just think, gosh, if he even gets adopted, because they were, like, are you sure? So if he gets adopted, like, what was going to happen to him? Like, would he have a chance? So I'm glad that I did it. I just want Luna to not be mad at me. We'll see. But she's in an ideal place right now, because my boyfriend and her, have fallen in love. They're gonna get married, basically. They're, so if I said he could keep her, he would keep her in a heartbeat. I'm not giving her away, but I feel comfortable knowing that there's a space for her to go if she needs distance, or if it's so we can slowly introduce them to each other, to get a little bit more comfort. And every time she's been funky with a cat, it's usually a girl cat. So I'm thinking, here's a boy cat. They look like they could be siblings. They look very similar, and they're only like 2 years apart in age. So I'm thinking that maybe these two old kitties could be friends and find companionship in one another, because I miss being able to watch my cats cuddle. I don't want to force anything. I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but either way, worst comes to worst, and Cookie is antisocial, we can always leave Cookie in the spare bedroom and go from there. Cookie will have their own space to acclimate, and then from there we can not a fan, maybe Cookie will become my boyfriend's cat because he doesn't have a pet and he would like a cat of his own. Maybe Cookie will be the right fit. But I hope Cookie is happy and that I can make Cookie a happy baby. So yeah, that's basically it. We're just driving to my mom's to get him settled in, and so we'll see what happens. All right, we're gonna let you out, okay, buddy? Come here. Here you go. It's okay. I knew that would happen. That's okay. He came out. He didn't stay in the carrier, so that's good. So it's the day after I grabbed Cookie from the shelter. He's still under the bed. I am at my mom's house in her guest room, so I was in the room with him all night. And though I did not see him leave from under the bed, I heard him use the litter box and I heard him eating. So that's a good sign because I was really worried that he wouldn't eat at all. They did say that he was very depressed and didn't like to eat in front of anybody or use the restroom when he thought anybody was aware. So I wish I could have brought him directly to my house instead of, having a temporary place in between. But what can you do? So I think we're making progress. He isn't running from me. He's looking at me. I decided I was going to lay on the floor with a blanket and just vibe where he could see me, but still be out of his space. And I just replaced his food and kind of surreptitiously was like, put it under the bed. But because I'm going to be traveling back to Seattle, I want to give Cookie the opportunity to see me specifically as a safe space rather than where he is as a safe space, because I know it's going to change probably Friday night or early on Saturday. I'm really hoping it's Friday night because I would rather spend a long time driving on Friday night, than lose Saturday. Though maybe I could take an extra day off of work. I don't know. Maybe I could take a half day off of work. I don't know. But yeah, so we'll see. They probably don't want me to, but but yeah, maybe I could. I don't know. But yeah, Cookie's sweet. He's a good boy. He looks like a blend of my childhood cat and my current cat, which is fun. I don't know why. I never necessarily, decided that brown tabbies are my favorite cat, but I seem to connect with them. So, even though my Merlin, who I didn't pick but I love dearly, was not a brown tabby. Oh, but brown tabbies tend to live long, healthy lives, which is good. So, anyway, that's it for now. I just wanted to continue to document the process, and we will see more of the Cookie adventures. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. It is the morning of day 3, and we have had Cookie progress. Hi, Cookie. He keeps coming out, so we're really excited. But he is the sweetest boy. He is so gentle and so loving, so he was just afraid of the shelter. And he is a bigger kitty than I expected. He's a little bit, not husky, but he's just like a panther, but he's a sweet boy. So I'm very excited. So I'll show you his is coming out. Are you exploring? Yeah, you exploring? Good boy. It's okay, see, you're safe. Oh, you wagging your tail. Good boy, it's okay. You did so good. Good job, buddy. Where are you? Are you still there? Oh, you are. Good boy. Good boy. You love the pets. Oh, my goodness. Yes, you're such a good boy. Cookie, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Ooh, yeah, good boy. Good boy. You want to jump up here? I'm not trying to rush you, buddy. I just want to give you room. It's okay, buddy. Hi. It's okay. Oh, you are so sweet. Oh, thank you, buddy. Thank you, Cookie. You love to be pet so much. Hi. It's okay. Oh, you're such a good boy. Are you smelling everything? I know I put that on the ground so I could see you. What are you going to do? You can do whatever you want, Bubba. Good boy. Hi. I don't know what's on there. I know I was laying there, though. You want to come up here? You can come up here. Oh, honey. Hi. What? Come here. You can come here. Cookie. Where'd you go? Oh, hi, Cookie. You are so sweet. I could just die. Cookie, hi, baby. Hi, that's my foot. Oh, yeah, you like my broken foot? You like my broken foot? Oh, hello. Good boy. Little Cookie. Hi, Cookie. Hi, Cookie. Hi, buddy. So, as you can see, Cookie is starting to warm up, and it is so cute. He is so sweet. I can't believe they thought he had any sort of behavioral problem. He was clearly just scared and sad. So I'm really excited that I trusted my gut, and I'm going to continue to be gentle with him. He did let me pick him up and put him on the bed briefly, but he didn't stay, but he didn't, you know, it was clear that he's been held before pretty easily. He was just slowly got off the bed. And, you know, he hit a little bit, but he's not afraid of me. Anytime he hides under the bed, I put my arm down the wall near the side of the bed, and then he starts rubbing on my hand. So I think he just likes not being super exposed. So, but yeah, so everybody welcome Cookie. He's so sweet. I'll do another video sharing the drive experience and him getting acclimated to the house.